wondered, did Coach Self recruit you heavily out of high school?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he recruited me out of high school. I met with a couple of the assistant coaches that he'd sent down, and I met Danny because he was here at the time. So yeah, they definitely recruited me out of high school.
And when you decided to transfer, was this kind of the spot you knew? I mean, how did you end up here the second time?
I think Coach Self and my dad were talking a little bit, and then of course I talked to him some, and at that time everything was kind of still up in the air. But I mean, like I said, we were just kind of feeling out the options, and then of course Coach Self was there, and that's just kind of how we felt the way we needed to go.
How are you doing health-wise?
Not doing too bad. Ankle's a little bit tender still, but I mean it's getting a lot better. It's a lot better than it was a few weeks ago.
How did you hurt it? It must have been really bad.
Yeah, I just I think I went up for like a rebound or something, and I came down on top of somebody's shoe and kind of rolled it over. It happens like that a lot.
Coach said you mentioned you've sacrificed a lot kind of to get to this kind of senior day, and maybe it hasn't all gone according to plan in your mind. Can you sum up what this year's meant, what the past couple of years have meant for you here, and even if it didn't work out maybe exactly how you wanted it to?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been fun. I've learned a whole lot. I've got to hang out with some pretty good people. I got to be around one of the best programs in the country. So I mean, just that in itself is reward enough. I'm happy to be where I am, and I'm looking forward to senior day. So.
How much of an impact do you think you can still have in the tournaments if your ankle gets right and are called upon to?
I mean, I think I can have a pretty big impact. I mean, like you said, if the ankle gets where it needs to be, and if I'm ever in a situation where they need me to step up and do whatever they need me to do, then I'm do my best to get whatever they need done. So I'm just like I have been, just ready.
Landon the other day after the Texas game said that sometimes you'll put on some country music in the weight room. Are you about the only country fan in the?
There's a couple, but I might be the only one on the team. There's a couple people that actually work in the weight room that don't mind it. So sometimes I walk in and it's already on, so I ain't got to worry about it. But other times I got to put it on.
Do any of your teammates kind of drag their feet sometimes at that? Or?
No, they shouldn't. I listen to everything that they want to listen to. So. But.
Who's the most physical big you've gone against?
I'd probably say Rico Gathers, probably from Baylor. He's pretty big old guy, so I'd probably say him.
What about on the Jayhawks the last few years?
Tarek was pretty physical. Of course, Landon was pretty physical, but I'd probably go with Tarek when he was here. He was real physical whenever we'd go and practice against each other. So.
What are your future plans?
At this point, I have no clue. So I figure I'm about right where most college kids are as far as figuring out what they're doing. But just kind of keep going with basketball right now, and then hopefully whatever opportunities come after that, I can get together with the family and explore those options if I have them.
Perry's another senior. You've actually gone against him in practice. What is it like going against him?
It's fun, it's really fun, because he's a great player, and it's always fun to get to guard him, because there's really no telling what he's going to do. He's really smart, with how he plays and his footwork and everything. So it's always fun to get to go against him, just because it's a challenge just to try and stop him, and sometimes you stop him and sometimes you don't. So it's a little up and down, but I mean it's all good because everybody's getting better.
What will your emotions be like on Saturday?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be emotional about it, but I mean, I don't plan on shedding any tears. Not that I haven't enjoyed my time here, but just 16,000 people. I'm not gonna cry in front of them, I don't think. So, but no, I mean, I'm definitely gonna miss everything that I put in to being here and everything that's been, you know, that hopefully I've earned. I mean, I don't want to say anything's been given, but yeah, I mean, I think like I said, I've got to hang out with a lot of good people and meet a lot of new people and hang out with teammates and get to know a lot of people and stuff like that. So I think the combination of that and just realizing that, you know, I'm going to be leaving this close-knit bubble would probably be the biggest emotional part, you know. And then of course basketball being over with, I mean, that's definitely going to be rough as far as the college, you know, the college part of it goes. But I mean, I think I'll be, you know, just in the moment and kind of, I think I'll be happy for it. You know, I'll have a lot of family here, you know, I'm surrounded by a lot of people that I've come to know over the years. So I mean, I think it'll be more of a happy occasion than a sad one.
You had to bet on one of the other 3 seniors shedding a tear. Which one would you?
I don't know. That's tough. We've actually had a little bit of discussion over that on who was going to. I don't know. I might say Evan, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like I said, so hopefully I won't be, but you never know.
What do you think of the team's chances this postseason?
I think if we keep doing things the way we're doing and stay focused and make sure, you know, to get to where we can close out games and make statements, you know, with teams that we need to make statements with, I think that's going to be a big part of it. I think if we do that and, like I said, stay focused and then keep playing, you know, how we've been playing, then I think we'll have a pretty good chance.
What do your parents do for a living?
My dad works for a gas company in Jonesboro, and then he does National Guard stuff too. And then my mom works at Arkansas State University. She works over there doing like admissions type stuff. So.